Hey gang, welcome to another edition of Doc's Dumpster, where it's a review of the movie Cop and a Half. An 8-year-old kid named Devin wants to be a cop. He watches cop shows all the time. I think he watches Cops, Miami Vice, all that other stuff. And he lives in an apartment with, I believe it was his grandmother. And one day, Devin and a friend of his notice a mob hit at a factory. So, Devin realizes what he has to do. He's, of course, going to go to the cops and tell them about it. Well, Devin is willing to give them the information that they need. Who the guy was, where it all happened, the whole 9 yards. But there's one thing about it. Devin wants to be, of course, a cop. So they team him up with Nick, who really doesn't like kids that much. And he prefers, of course, to, as you guessed, probably work alone. So Nick and Devin get in all kinds of misadventures. One point, Devin, I believe he pulls over his principal because Devin got bullied at school, and the principal pretty much just did nothing about it to help out, of course. Just kind of like nowadays. And he gives the infamous line, "I'm your worst nightmare, an 8-year-old with a badge." Nick and Devin eventually form a very good friendship and almost kind of form a father-son kind of bond. Well, eventually, the gangster named Vinny gets word of Devin, and eventually Devin gets kidnapped by Vinny and his goons. Nick goes to the rescue to try to help rescue Devin, which he does, and the movie ends with Vinny and I think one or two of his cohorts in some sort of a tank or something like that, covered in fish. Yeah, not a nice way to go. And another one of his goons is pretty much spends the last half of the movie on the front end of a speedboat, traveling to who knows where, hanging on for dear life. But the movie does eventually end with Nick and Devin and his grandma out on a nice boat ride around the park. The movie starred, as you can see right there, Burt Reynolds, Norman Golden II, Holland Taylor, who you might know best as the mom from 2.5 Men. It's kind of odd, Cop and a Half, 2.5 Men. And Ray Sharkey in his last film role. The movie was directed by Henry the Fonz Winkler. But the big question right now, gang, is does Cop and a Half belong in a dumpster? No. Not a lot of critics like this movie. I think Roger Ebert was probably one of the very few who actually enjoyed this movie, and I did too. Though it is not much as a family movie or a kids movie, but it is a lot of fun. And unfortunately for Burt Reynolds, this was done around a time where it seemed like he was doing like bomb after bomb after bomb after bomb after bomb. This movie, though, I think it made about let's see, it was on a $4 million budget, and I think it made around $45 million at the box office. So it really made back quite a bit of its budget. But people consider it a bomb because, you know, it's like, oh, it didn't make $100 million or $150 or $200 million. But personally, I like this movie. Buddy cop movies can work if you put together two people that can actually make something work. And Burt Reynolds is sort of a grumpy detective cop, whatever you want to call him. It's it was actually pretty good. But yeah, I mean, Burt Reynolds, he has done some good movies, but my all-time favorite, you guys probably can guess, is Smokey and the Bandit. That is my favorite Burt Reynolds movie he ever did. Again, he's done some good ones, but he's done a lot of bad ones. But this is not a bad one in my opinion. I enjoyed it. I liked it. And again, it's really a lot of fun. And okay, the fish going into the gangsters, wherever they, God, God help me, I wish I remember where it was. I want to say it was like a wooden box or something, or maybe it's like some sort of a, or maybe it was a metal crate or something. I don't remember, but that part right there was like, ugh. It's kind of gross. But Ray Sharkey, God rest his soul, he gave a heck of a performance in this movie, and he was good in it too. So great cast, a lot of fun movie, and if you have seen it, let me know in the comments below what you think about it. But there you guys have it, a review of Cop and a Half. And if you like my videos, always feel free to subscribe. If you got a movie that belongs in a dumpster and a half, send it my way. I can't believe I said that, and I'll get on it ASAP. Thank you guys so very, very much for watching. And until next time, as always, stay strong and rock on.